Hello and welcome in. I'm the coach and you're watching Madden Ultimate Team. We've been waiting for this one all week and the wait is now over. It's time to play ball.
The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. On first down, Allen. Open man, that's Ozzie Newsome. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. A first carry now for Reggie Bush. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, they stick with Bush. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. On second down now, it's Bush. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. On first down, Bush. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. And now they'll throw with Allen. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
He finds his man complete. It's Bush. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Allen now on the option right. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Now a carry for Jacobs. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. They go play action. Young. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Off the play fake, Young. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Young off the play fake. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. It's Young off play action. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Oh, man, come on.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They'll run it with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark him short of the 1st. Now the Browns will use the 1st of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Now here's Young. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. From a yard out. And the Patriots go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half, as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play.
Hey, Mike's 42, Mike's 42. Here we go.
Allen now on 1st down. He's got his target, the tight end Newsome. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 22, Allen over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen, just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is caught. Touchdown, Browns. Deebo Samuel, as the first half is winding down. And the Browns have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. On play action, Young. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Young. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give him some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for New England. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first two quarters.
With the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3, we have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Young's throw taken in by Evans here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. The play fake. Now Young. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And the return will stop right around the 25. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. That was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The Browns send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Young looks to throw on first down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Throwing again on second down. Allen, nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jonathan Allen forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. One final try here for Allen. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Young. That's complete to his running back, Evans. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Young here to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now Allen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now Allen, gotta have this one. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans are holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk...
He's got a man, complete. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
I need you to make this, Crosby. Make the cake. Come on. It's alright. It's alright.
I don't think this has the
What? No!
And that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Browns drive about to get started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 64 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They'll run on first down. It's Bush. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. First throw of overtime for Allen. Complete to Newsom. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's Allen. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Bush. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They toss right side to Bush. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT. And back at the 8 now. Third and goal. Throwing is Allen. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. The kick by Gold is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
Now the first throw in overtime for Young. That's complete to Lamb. And he will manage to get out of bounds here with the first down as they stop it with 27 seconds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. They go play action. Young sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Young. They'll roll him out right. That is caught by Lamb. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Young's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
The kick by Crosby is good, and we are tied once again here in the overtime session. 1 overtime, how about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync because early in the game, defenses throw different passes.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Gregory Rousseau picks up his second sack of the afternoon. On second down, it's Bush. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 85 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Throwing is Allen on third. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Gregory Rousseau able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. New England's offense set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it.
I can't throw another one against like a pitch,
but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It's Young off play action. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bringing up 3rd and 10.
Don't let me go back.
Pressure on this snap.
I don't want another OT.
Off the play fake. He'll let this go deep for runs.
End it. End it.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here.
Let's go.
Win it on the road.
Let's go.
Overtime. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? Or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked on all the way through that's going to give you the play we saw to win the game? Because I know everyone's thinking that that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
That's a nice victory to have, but that's a scary victory. Too scary of a victory. I thought I was finna lose, but defense broke it down when we needed it to.